The Fed's decision to leave its policy stance unchanged this month came as no surprise, with only minor changes made to the policy statement. The most interesting insights came from Fed Chair Jay Powell's press conference. He sounded optimistic on inflation, although when asked about how tariffs might affect inflation going forward, he cautioned that the range of possibilities is very, very wide. More generally, he painted a picture of a Fed in wait-and-see mode, including regarding the effects of immigration policies on the labor market. Let's take a closer look. Powell outlined two conditions that would warrant a rate cut: further progress on inflation or a weakening labor market. On inflation, he sounded cautiously optimistic, pointing to a steady decline in owner's equivalent rent and housing services inflation. On the labor market, he stated multiple times that it does not need to cool off anymore, and that the Fed is watching it extremely carefully because it is one of our two goal variables. Powell was repeatedly asked how the Fed might respond to the Trump administration's new policies, particularly tariffs and immigration. On tariffs, he highlighted the many unknowns, including which goods will be affected, the duration and rate of the tariffs, the countries involved, potential retaliation, and how the effects, in his words, will transmit through the economy and consumers. He implied that tariffs may not necessarily lead to higher inflation at the consumer level, and stated that there are lots of places where the price increase from the tariff can show up between the manufacturer and the consumer. Regarding immigration policies, Powell acknowledged reports that businesses that rely on immigrant labor are finding it harder to hire. But he stated that these effects have not yet appeared in the data. He also noted that if immigration slows while the labor market is cooling, the net result could be a stable unemployment rate. Overall, a recurring theme in Powell's remarks was a wait-and-see posture. The Fed is waiting for policy details so it can then assess the potential effects on the outlook for inflation and the labor market. So, for now, all eyes are on the new administration.